Hello everybody, Doug is Swifty here, and after last episode we made it to the big city. So what we're doing right now is I'm just generally exploring. We got the bicycle. Let's see what our encounter is. Okay. Daramaka ain't bad. Ugh. Alright guys, we got our newest team member. This is AJ the Daramaka. Neutral nature. And bro's got a good ability. It's awesome. So yeah, that's our first encounter. I will see y'all when we get to the next event. So we're back in the sewers, I guess. Call me Earl, because I'll be out down here looking for Toe Jam. Okay, yeah, let's go, bud. Yo, Rattata? Shit. I hope I can find me some motherfucking turtles down here. So, I forgot, can I catch the Pokemon during a double battle, or am I gonna have to wait for Mans to leave me alone? Cause it's so weird, cause I remember like you can catch them during some double battle segments of Platinum. I might beat Mr. You know, fuck it. Let's ball. Oh shit, okay, yeah, I guess this Rattata's our first encounter. I'm gonna name him fucking Gary. I remember reading a fucking manga where it was like, it was red and blue set from the perspective of fucking Gary. And you see the visceral sea where his freaking Rattata dies, and I was just like, this is fucking wild for a Pokemon manga. Like, you know, later found out it was a Dojin, so, you know, but it's still wild when you see someone take kids media like that. It's just like, yo, what if I just cranked it up to a freaking 10? It'll never stop amazing me how people's minds work, especially when it comes to stuff like that. Because there's always like the thing of like, oh, what if blank was darker than what it actually is? And it's like, oh, okay, yeah, like, you know, it's something. Especially the way modern day media is like been warped, because we now have people making the stuff who were writing creepypastas back in the day, so you know, you always get that inflection of like they at any point can just be like, okay, I read the fuck out of Jeff the Killer back in the day. What if I reference that in my show I'm making now? because I remember SpongeBob had an episode where they actually referenced Suicide Squidward, so it was like, yo, what the hell? And then I have to remember, like, oh, these people nowadays making this shit are old enough to have read it back in the day, so you know, it's just, it's one of those things that fucks with your perception of time as well. And that's what amazes me about it, is we have been alive long enough to have seen the rise and fall of creepypasta and how the effects of that are being perceived by modern media. It's so cool and so interesting. And nothing like it is ever going to happen again in modern time, because you know we have that whole thing with, like, kids nowadays being really into skibbity toilet and all that, so we're not going to have, like, children, you know, with this perception of, like, what if blank show was darker. We're going to have children who are like, what if blank show had deeper lore. And that's what I like about it, but at the same time I'm just like, we're gonna see, like, a rise in these projects that are just gonna be like fucking what is the term, crafted by high artists. So it's gonna kind of be like the Dark Souls approach, where it's like you have a very simple thing on the surface, but in a deeper way, it's gonna be, you know, a lot more things are gonna be going in the background. So, and we can already kind of see stuff like that with God, what was the Netflix show? I think Adventure Time was the first one that really did it, but that was still, you know, kind of a show that was being, you know, crafted by the old guard, you know, from like the 2000s. But I think the kids who grew up with Skibbity Toilet, or who are currently growing up with Skibbity Toilet, and like all of these modern day horror games that have like this really deep pot of lore that, you know, that's basically being built before the game itself is being made. Which I do enjoy an aspect of that, because the story should always be like the main focus, and then, you know, you have like the gameplay on top of it. But, you know, there's a lot of things where it's like gameplay first, then like the story around it. Like I know that's really prevalent with Metal Gear Rising: Revengeance, and I think that's really cool that you could have a really entertaining story on top of having a really fleshed out gameplay system. But at the same time, I want to see what these kids nowadays are going to be like making in, you know, like 20-30 years, because it just reminds me of that really shitty meme where it's like your doctor's currently cheating on a test, when it's like, no, your future favorite director is currently watching Skibbity Toilet on an iPad. And that's something I'm looking forward to, just to see what Generation Alpha is going to be making art-wise. And that's what's really cool. But I'm enjoying a lot of shit that you know, the people who grew up with the internet are currently making, because a lot of it's like funny as fuck. Especially the guys who made Talk to Me are making the Street Fighter movie, and you can actually go back to their YouTube channel and it's like, okay, yeah, they made like the best Street Fighter fan film. Let them cook. As long as it's not anything like fucking Spider-Man Lotus, I'm gonna be like hogging out in the theater. Spider-Man Lotus was a fucking travesty of a movie, and I'm not gonna let that shit live. Especially when we had all the drama coming out where it's like, it was like every other week one of the cast members was like getting outed as either like a racist or a pedophile. God, that was a fucking amazing lead up. Nothing of its time. Man, Sethers like, I hate the way the MCU is being worked. It's all, I could do it better myself. I think he's crowdfunding another movie right now. Which, God, if we let that man have another movie, then we gotta go apologize to M. Night Shyamalan. Which, interesting thing about Shyamalan nowadays is he's financing all of his movies. Which, like, that's really sad, but at the same time, it's like, he took some risk, and I have to quote a fucking TikTok video, but you give that man a small budget that's like workable, like $60 million, and he'll fucking excel at it. You give that man fucking 500 million or whatever the fuck, and it's like, yeah, y'all kind of shot yourselves in the foot with that one, because he could do a lot on a small budget, especially with you know, his directing skills. But as we saw with Avatar, you give him like too much money, and he's just gonna go overboard. And I'm not one of those people who want to discredit him, because I honestly think he is a really good director. But you could see with a lot of his lower budget movies that, like, sometimes his creativity takes over, and it's a shoot for the stars, but we landed on the moon type thing. Yeah, get rid of help again. I'm trying to find the right words, because I fucking love movies. I love TV, and I love the writing process, especially when it comes to them. But he is a wild ass man when it comes to like making movies and stuff. But it's not egregious. It's not like horrible like what he does. It's just kind of like, he needs to rein himself in, is what I'm like trying to say. And I think we see that with like his current his daughter's movie. Is it feels like a Shyamalan product, but you can tell someone else is making it, and that's really cool. But as a lot of people have said, I'm not gonna forgive him for the fucking Avatar movie. Like, you had the DNA there, but I'm honestly on the opinion that you can't fucking make a live action Avatar series. The bending's gonna look fucking wacky in live action. Some of the plot elements really only work for an animated show. And the Netflix series depresses the fuck out of me, because it has the Netflix DNA of, it's just randomly going to be dry and depressing. Why do I feel like I'm not supposed to be here? But that's the wild part about it. Is you think I'm gonna be able to run away? Yeah, okay. Yeah. Thank you. I don't trust it because poison. I've actually never been back here. Oh. But yeah, it's just interesting. My favorite film director currently is Greta Gerwig. And there's not much I can really say about her. Because, like, I don't feel like I could do justice, except for, like, she has an eye for movies that I don't think many people have. And you could especially see that with the way Barbie was filmed, and like how, and I love how well she treats the actors. It's honestly really phenomenal, especially like after the movie was already filmed and released in the theaters, and how, you know, like Ryan Gosling and Margot Robbie were just like constantly like praising her and talking about her. It's like, okay, yeah, this is a person who genuinely cares about the way a movie is filmed and directed, because like if you don't treat your actors right, you're not going to get like a good performance out of them. So you just have like a really nice person making a movie, and you can see that reflected on like the way everybody was acting during that movie. Okay, I'm gonna cut here and just see if I can find the way out. I've never gotten lost like that before. I just started rambling, yapping a fucking way, and I got lost in the sauce. So, with the Steam Plasma fight, oh my freaking god! I hate the Pokemon down here. I hate the Pokemon down here. If you hit that fucking Zubat, I'm going to slap you. I'm gonna fucking beat your ass. I could have ended that fight really fast. But you had to hit the fucking Zubat. You could have just armed us the fucking Rattata. Oh, now you decide to. I'm sorry, princess. That you used flame charge on a freaking rat. Okay, I'm gonna... You know, let's send in one of the new guns. Let's send in AJ. I fucking hate you. I fucking hate you, Dick. I almost had a fucking stroke there. You know, this might not be the best fight for AJ. He's gonna hit the Sando. I just want to slap the shit out of Dick right now. And it's not even gonna be like a casual one, it's just gonna be like, I'm just gonna... Once I'm in there, I'm not gonna stop. You're gonna need the fucking FBI to like get me off of him. Hey, Dick, why didn't you, yeah, why didn't you attack? Why did you have to defense girl? You fucking dumbass. Wow, that was such a hard fight, even though fucking Dick stalled it out. but it was so hard. I wonder what's in the cave. Whoa! It's the man I'm gonna body! In the next episode. Wow. A TM, or an HM. You're so cool for that, Dick. You're so honest and awesome. I forgot he was in this game. I completely zoned out that he was in this game. Oh, Dick, that's Pippa Pipkin's husband. Put some respect on his name. Okay, before we leave off, I want to go in this hole. Oh, new encounter. No, he's not bad. He's not great either, but he's not bad. Your name's gonna be Johnny. Damn. Okay, so next. Okay, let's see if this one's gonna catch him. Because if we just throw enough balls at him, it's gonna work. You know, that's how it works. You just throw enough balls at him, it's gonna work. Huh. Yeah, I played that stupid. Gunther, go stun him. Hit him with the icy hot stuntas. Man, I really threw away a Darumaka / Darmanitan. Yeah, it could be worse. It honestly could be a lot worse. Yeah, see, I told you, enough balls. Oh yeah, we gotta give him one up. Seems to be Johnny. It's gonna be all caps. So you remember his name. I probably spelled that fucking wrong and I don't care. But I will see y'all in the next episode. Have a fantastic day.